What is up, guys? Deluxe here from Fruziox Arts, and I am bringing you this color correction tutorial. As I said, if it gets 10 likes or near enough, I would bring out a tutorial giving you the exact color correction on the video. And this is it. So yeah, I just started a new project. You just want to go HD 720 to 60p, non-progressive scan, pixel aspect ratio 1. Frame rate is double NTSC, which is the highest one you can get. Full resolution rendering quality is best. Motion blur type is Gaussian, and you leave this unticked, and you start that as a new. So when we're in here, you obviously want to import your clip or whatever you are using, whether it's a picture or whatever. So I chose a dark map, and this is Zeke's clip. As you can see, it's wet work. The other dark map you can use is also Vacant. So you want to do the obvious things like get rid of the black line by just going to that button there and just bringing it in a bit to get rid of the black line. And then you want to go to Properties, Disable Resample, and here what you're going to be doing is you want to click 5 things. So it's soft contrast, sharpen, saturation adjust, color corrector secondary, and brightness and contrast. And then once you got all them 5 things, just take your have, just click OK, and it should bring up a window here. If not, I don't know. But yeah, once the window's up here, I'm just going to take you to my preset. On the soft contrast, you want stretch range as 65.61. You want contrast as 24.89. You want diffusion as 75.11. Low trim as 64.25. High trim as 37.56. You want tint as 66.97. And you want correction hue at 180.81 or 0.80, whatever. Still kind of like the same, it gives that blue tint. And we go to Vignette. You want this exterior effect in blur. You want the strength of it exactly 75. You want the horizontal blur 10, and you want the same with vertical blur, which is also 10. You want your vignette shape as rectangle. You want your softness of that at 20. You want your width at 80. Same with height. You want your corner radius at 15. And you want your X and Y position at 50. Once that's done, you're just going to move on to Sharpen, which you can just reset to none. I've just made a preset, I don't even know why, because it's all the same, it's just 0. This here is quite a decent looking shape, I've got to say. So amount is 0.8525. Center is 0.15. Spread is 1. Low is 1. And high is just 0. And then move to color corrector secondary, which I've made a preset for. I made one for. It's definitely this one. This is for the darker maps, and this is for the lighter maps. I'll do the lighter maps after. But yeah, your rotation hue is 0. Your saturation is 0.859. Just close my door. Your gamma is 1. Your gain is 0.859. Your offset is 16. Your alpha is 1. Your low is 0. Your high is 162. Your smooth is also 0. We go underneath that. Your center is 180. Your width is 360. Your smooth is 0. And then over here, we go 75.7. 255 is high. Smooth is 73.2. Angle over here is 315. This is 0.317, which should give it that kind of like blue effect. And then finally we go on to brightness and contrast, which I also made 2 presets for, and I think it's this one. Or is it this one over here? Alright, I'm just going to put this down to 7. And I'm going to put this down to 20. Like that. So there we go, looks a bit more decent. So yeah, the brightness is 0.07, your contrast is 0.20, and your contrast center is 0.25. So this is, this is what it should look like, and when you play it, can't get that in full screen, can I? It looks a bit, yeah, it looks bad in full screen. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
Enemy UAV is airborne. UAV recon standing by.
So as you can see, that color correction does look nice with like the blur on the edge, and then it's like got that blue tint to it. So now guys, what I'm going to do, now I've done that, I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to get a light map. So I'm going to go to media. I'm going to try and find one that's quite nice. Triple warband because this is on Crash. Just drag that in. So like I did at the start, you just want to pan and crop it to the preset. I'll do all this stuff. Disable and resample. Right, so what you want to do is the same 5 again. So soft contrast, soft contrast, sharpen, get rid of one of them. Saturation adjust, color corrector secondary, and brightness and contrast. Now I have made 2 presets. All these are the same as before. So just go back in the video if you haven't saved them. So they're all the same as before, and this is where it starts to get like more like gets quite different here. Just drag it in the clip so we can see. Oops. So yeah, that's the same. There, the color corrector is like, yeah. And the brightness is different, I think. Yeah. So the brightness here is 0.10, 0.15, and 0.50, and it should give you like this effect. So like when you play it, it does give that quite nice blue effect. If you think like the edges are like too bright, you can just turn it down like a bit to what you think. Your contrast can be down a bit, so it gets rid of them. But it's up to you. You can play about with it. It's like perfectly fine. You can customize it so it's your look. It depends. But this was the color correction, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll sync it up for you, both clips, with the color correction on each. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. Just give it a like and a favorite if you could, and subscribe. Yeah. So thank you, and bye.
It's just